So they'll be kicking from left to right, will the Cougars. And receiving on the right side of your screen will be the First Baptist School of Charleston. So we're having a little delay momentarily. I'm not sure what the problem is, but again, nice, comfortable temperature out here, Brett. It is about right around 80 degrees, and you couldn't ask for more. It's a little wet out there possibly on the carpet, but other than that, I think we're good to go, and we are ready for some football.
Yeah, it should be fun, and hopefully we continue to have, as I said, football weather that will allow us to play.
So here we go. Looks like Chris Brown's going to kick it away. The speedy running back doing the kicking duty. And back deep to receive for the Hurricanes will be Nicholas Pitcock and Brandon Kinlow. So here we go. And we are underway. The kick will be taken at the 10-yard line. Slowly making his way up the middle of the field, across the 30. Cuts back, outside, across the 40, 45. Pushed out of bounds into Cougar territory at the 47-yard line. Great return there for the Hurricanes. And now they are in great field position to start this game. So this should be an exciting start there for the Hurricanes. And let's see what they can do here.
Yeah, it should be interesting. Great return, a good way to get the game started for the Hurricanes.
So here they come on offense as the quarterback Burrow will be lined up. Cameron Burrow in shotgun, single back beside him. He's looking to pass. He throws here left side, tipped, and in and out of the hands of his intended receiver that time. That was Michael Dukes. So Dukes had it tipped and then fall out of his hands.
Yeah, nice little stop right out there, just not able to corral the football, and it goes out of his hands. A very dangerous pass play. Could have been intercepted.
So here's Burrow again. Looks like they're coming with the blitz. They come right up the gut and they throw and almost jumping the route over there on the far side. On defense was Fred Flavors. So pass errant as he was looking for Callum Scott. And well, 11:42 now, just 18 seconds in this ball game.
Just throwing it a little too soon, even before the receiver gets out of his break, and the receiver had no chance at that. As you said, Flavors over there jumping the route.
Oh, and there we got encroachment. Getting a little antsy there was Escambia, and they knocked the center back, so that'll push him up 5 yards. Making it a little easier on third down.
So that'll be 3rd and 5 for the Hurricanes of First Baptist.
So 3rd down and 5. They will remain in shotgun. 3 wide receivers to the left of Burrow, 1 at the top of your screen. He's going to roll here near side, looking to pass. He's going to pass, and he's going to throw complete for a first down. Catch made by Santonio Washington. And that's enough for a Hurricane first down to the 34-yard line. 8-yard gain on the pass reception.
Patrick McGee made the stop. 8 yards on the play. First down, First Baptist. Ball at the 34.
So now they're going to have a player shift over to the right. And again, 3 wide receivers to the right side, 1 here near side. They're going to hand it off up the middle. Now cutting off to the right side is Dukes. Dukes will be trailed from behind, however. Good tackle from the backside by number 70, Trey Lee, to bring him down for a 1-yard loss.
Yeah, good job. Nice penetration, and then turning the running back inside, and he's able to tackle him before he gets any momentum moving forward. So good job right there by the Cougars defense.
And now they're going to pass here high. Too tall for his intended target, Washington. And that falls incomplete. So it'll be 3rd down and 11.
Pass was intended for Washington. 3rd and 11.
So 3rd and 11 now for the Hurricanes. And now they're going to pass. Burrow trying to set up a screen, throws, and it's picked off. It is picked off by Trey Lee, the big man, rumbling downfield. Be tracked down from behind at the 42. But what a interception from the big man, Trey Lee, coming up with it and rumbling downfield into Hurricane territory at the 42-yard line. That was a heck of a pick there.
Yards on the return. First down.
So now 1st down and 10 after the interception for Escambia Academy. It's I formation. Brown is the tailback. They'll give it to Brown, right side. Brown going to be brought down in the backfield. Great penetration. First person back there was Michael Dukes. And they'll bring him back to the 46. That's a loss of 4 yards on 1st down for Chris Brown.
Washington with a stop. Play lost 4 yards.
So 2nd and 14.
2nd and 14.
10 minutes and 15 seconds left here in this first quarter. Interception was the way they got the ball at the Cougars. Now rolling out far side is Gumapak. Gumapak going to keep it himself. He'll pick up just a few yards. It'll make it a long 3rd down now as he picked up about 2. So it'll be 3rd down and 12.
3rd and 11.
So 3rd down and 12 as the clock is under 10 now here in the opening quarter of game number 3. And now Gumapak is getting the play from the sideline. Again, an I formation. He's going to hand it off to Brown. Brown, nothing doing yet again. They bring him down. And he's going to lose half a yard on that play. So they are keying on the speedster, Chris Brown. And the Hurricane defense is going to force a punt.
Yeah, great job right there by the defense of First Baptist. And, again, total yardage on that drive for Escambia Academy was -2.
So here they come out with the punter, number 7, Gary Campbell. And First Baptist has got their punt returner on the 10. Very difficult to make out the numbers all the way up here with these guys in these jersey colors. Snap. The kick is away. Fair catch called and made at the 16-yard line. There by Jack Dragon. And that is where they'll start this drive. 1st down and 10 at the 17-yard line. So, Brett, they came out in their first drive at a great field position after the kick return, and were moving it a little bit, but then they threw the interception, and now they got a chance after the defense holds a 3 and out.
Yeah, they did a good job of moving the football. Unfortunate on that interception play where it goes right to the defensive lineman on the screen play. But First Baptist, if they can continue to try to move the football the way they did earlier, they should have some success here.
They're going to hand it off this time, off the right side, and picking up about 5 yards on the carry was Dukes. Only the second running play, and we have an injury now down on the field for First Baptist of Charleston.
Looks like it could be pretty serious.
Hopefully he's okay. They're looking at the right knee, right leg area. Can't make out the player.
He's in a lot of pain, it looks like, though.
So both sides have taken a knee in respect there, so that's always nice. But hopefully he is okay. It's definitely the right leg, it appears. And I couldn't make out the player. But again, this is game number 3 of the 2016 Kickoff Classic. Game 4 will be tonight to conclude this event, and that will be Bessemer Academy taking on Lamar School from Meridian, Mississippi. The player gets up and makes his way off the field. And that was, I believe, number 59 or 56. Couldn't quite make it out. So Junior Garbade, or Jason Jeffcoat. He's helped off the field. I think it was 56, so Jason Jeffcoat. Hopefully he's okay, so he'll check out, and it's going to be a 2nd down and 4 from their own 22-yard line. Throw it out here near side. Pass caught. Not a whole lot there, though, as Ahmad Green made the catch. And he will actually gain 1 yard on the play, so it'll be 3rd down and 1, or 3rd down and 3, excuse me.
Brown made the tackle, plug end to yard. 3rd and 3.
Yeah, right now both defenses are just kind of feeling each other out, trying to figure out what the offense is going to bring at them. And right now, First Baptist is having some good success spreading out these formations and trying to find gaps inside, and then also hitting the quick hitch routes on the outside and trying to get some blocks on the corner.
So Burrell going to roll out to the right side, avoids the blitz, now throws on the run and throws a perfect strike for a 1st down out of bounds at the 36-yard line. That was a gain of 12 yards, throwing on the run, extremely accurate, and another 1st down.
Very impressed with Burrell so far. He's doing a good job just managing the game other than the interception, but doing a good job in command of his offense and moving the ball so far.
So it is a 1st down and 10 at the 36-yard line. Great pass. And now Burrell pump fakes. Got a man open. If he could get it right on the money. Oh, just over his fingertips. Incomplete. Had his man for an easy touchdown, but about 1.5 yards too far.
That's unfortunate because he had a chance right there to make a big play happen, and unfortunately he didn't get it.
So incomplete pass makes it 2nd down and 10. Burrell and shotgun going to hand it off. Short gain off the left side. There, gain of 1 yard by Dukes.
Plug end to yard. 3rd and 9.
So 3rd down and 9. With 6:45 to go here, 1st quarter. Going to go deep over the middle of the field. Oh, my goodness. Hopefully he's okay. Going up to try to make the catch was Tylen Major, and he got flipped up over. Maybe we could take a look at that one there. That was good defense. Let's take a look at that play here. You see him come to the line, and you'll see Tylen Major trying to go up and make a catch here. Thought he was going to come down with it. You see Burrell dropping back, steps a little high on the delivery, goes up, boom, spun around, banged his head a little bit, but he appears to be okay. So we'll see FBC come out and punt here. And Escambia will go back with 2 returners. It'll be Chris Brown as well as Gumapak back deep to receive. Low snap, left-footed punt, spiral kick angled here near side. It's caught by Gumapak at the 31, makes the first man miss. Makes another man miss at the 40, tries to cut back, and he'll go down at the 44-yard line. There is a flag coming from the other side of the field back at the 38. So a good return of about 13 yards. But I got a feeling this is going to come back possibly for blocking the back.
Yeah, nice return right there by Gumapak. Shows you his athletic ability, spins up the sidelines, but as you said, with the laundry on the field, probably coming back. We'll wait to see, but nonetheless, it's going to be a 1st down and 10 for Escambia. And the way that First Baptist has been able to move the ball so far in this game, Escambia's got to feel fortunate to have the football back and no score on the board. It looks like blocking the back on Escambia, so going to push them back 10 yards.
Or, as we learned earlier today, that is not necessarily a block in the back. It's just an illegal block.
Illegal block
of some sort.
First and 10 Cougars at the 27.
So that'll push them back to their own 27-yard line. No score here in the first quarter. 6:27 to go. And the Escambia Academy will come back out for their second drive. They stalled on a 3-and-out in their first go-round. And now they're going to try here on a second set of downs. Handoff goes to Brown. Oh, fumble! Picked up by FBC. And goes out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The ball was fumbled by Louis Turner.
Wow.
So Turner fumbles, and it was picked up by Santonio Washington. And now they are in business here at the 17. Take a look at this replay here. Looks like somebody just stood him up and stripped it, but we'll watch here on the replay. So you see Turner here getting the handoff. Good job, just stripped it right out of his hands. It fell right to Santonio Washington, and he's out of bounds at the 17.
Yeah, I think it was maybe number 24 who was able to come up with the strip and
Mark
a great
White.
play right there by First Baptist.
So now they're inside the red zone here. First down and 10 at the Cougars 17. Burrell fakes the handoff, throws a quick slant inside, caught, and he's going to go in for the touchdown. Beautiful pitch and catch there. And Xavier Washington scores the first touchdown of the game. And the Hurricanes have gained the lead 6-0 with 6:12 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, great little play right there. As you said, just a quick slant across the middle. And we'll take a quick look at that real quick while.
Boom. I mean, before Brecken even teeing, has it blocked, though. But a flag is down here on the near sideline. And it looks like it could be possibly roughing the kicker. He's down on his hands and knees. Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, even if you make the block, you still can't run into the kicker.
There was a marker on the play.
So it was on the offense, actually. And Dragon is down. Hopefully he's all right.
Against First Baptist, that penalty declined.
Oh, wow. So not a roughing the kicker penalty.
6:12 remaining in the first.
Right, it was on the offense, so false start. But nonetheless, it's 6-0. The First Baptist School of Charleston, the Hurricanes, leading the Gators from Escambia Academy out of Atmore, Alabama. The fumble turns into points. Took a one-play drive, 17 yards, and that's where we stand. 6-0, your score. Extra points have been a problem here from the Crampton Bowl. We've had a lot missed last night in the first two games, and then the first attempt there was missed, and good to see Jack Dragon up on his feet and walking off under his own power. Obviously, anytime you're in that kicking position, you're kind of in a prone situation where you're very vulnerable. Anybody can get you on that plant leg, and it could hurt. So, 6:12 to go, first quarter, though. And I've been very impressed with this FBS school from Charleston as they have come out, done a good job on special teams, played some good defense as well, and it turned into 6 points, setting up their offense. So far, so good for those guys, and now they're going to come out and kick it away here to the Speedsters. They're going to have Patrick McGee and Chris Brown back deep to receive at their 9-yard line. They'll be doing the toe kick. It will be Michael Dukes kicking it away. We saw them working on the toe kick there in the warm-ups. Old school football.
Dukes will kick for First Baptist.
Here comes Michael Dukes. The kick off the side of his foot and goes straight out of bounds.
Wow. So that'll be marked where it goes out.
Yeah, I mean, the penalty is a legal procedure. It would put it at the 35, but you could take the spot, and that went out at the 43. So great field position here for Escambia Academy as they'll have it at the 43-yard line, first down and 10. So 6-0 is your score. A 17-yard touchdown pass from Burrell to Xavier Washington. The only score of the game. The extra point was blocked. And that's where we stand right here. This is the ensuing drive after that touchdown. Gumapak getting the play from the sideline from the head coach. So they run a pro style, which is kind of old school football, but they also don't huddle like a traditional offense. They get it from the sidelines and make the call right there. So Brown, the tailback, fake the handoff to him, looking to pass, got a post pattern open, and should be pass interference, no flag? Wow. Got away with that one because he pulled him by the back of the jersey. I don't know, we might be able to take a look at that a little closer, Brett. Let's see, because if you watch here on this replay, you'll see he grabs the back of his jersey right before the ball gets to the receiver. And the receiver there was Fred Flavors. So watch this closely here. Scott was able to get it. Boom, pulls that jersey just a hair, as that was Santonio Washington back there on coverage. No call, though, so the incomplete pass makes it 2nd and 10. The pitch will go to Brown. Brown's going to reverse field. Good block by the quarterback. Got one guy to beat. Hurdles over him. Spins. So a lot of excitement, but only a 4-yard gain out of that play, maybe even just 3.
So a lot of movement there, a lot of reversing field for only 3 yards, but he probably could have taken a loss on that play. So you see the explosiveness out of Chris Brown right there on that play.
And Brown kind of hobbled off coming out of the game. He's down on the sidelines, clutching his left calf area. So he hurdled a defender, spun around another. And it's going to be 3rd down and 7. Looks like they're going to try to come with a blitz right up the gut. Good job of picking it up from the offensive line. They got a man wide open. And making the catch is Fred Flavors. Inside the 10. He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 6-yard line by Ahmad Green. But a big gainer of 50 yards down to the 6-yard line.
We'll take a quick look at that as they'll get under center here as they get the play. And Gumapak again going to get the play and finds a wide open Flavors here as he rolls out.
Yeah, roll out here near side, make the pass. And here we go on the live action play after you see that beautiful catch there. Getting in for the touchdown is Louis Turner. 6-yard touchdown run. So he makes up for his earlier mistake on the fumble. And we are tied up at 6 here with 5:03 to go, first quarter. So on for the extra point will be number 2, Kainoa Gumapak, the quarterback. We saw Brown kicking field goals and kicking off earlier, but with him kind of banged up right now, it'll be Gumapak who's going to have to come on to kick the extra point. Snap, the hold, the kick, toe kick is up, and it is good. So Escambia takes the lead here, 7-6, with 5:03 to go. We'll take a quick break and be back with more right after this on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. Welcome back here to the Camellia Bowl, the Crampton Bowl, multiple names here in Montgomery, Alabama. I'm Kenny Kofer, Brett Taylor, and Scott Josie live on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. And game number 3 of the 2016 SECIS Kickoff Classic. 5:03 to go in this opening quarter, and it's 7-6. The Escambia Academy Cougars just took the lead on a Louis Turner touchdown run. And now the ensuing kickoff after that.
So 7-6 your score, and Escambia County hits a big pass play to get them down, and then Louis Turner, as you said, finishes it off.
Kick will be received at the 9-yard line. Coming up, trying to dance around some defenders, cannot do it, and he will go down. Will Ahmad Green.
Green with a return to the 27.
So it'll be first down at the 25-yard line. I'm looking to mark him at the 27.
First Baptist.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for First Baptist here. They had a good drive their last time. Just one play drive turned into a 17-yard touchdown pass from Burrell to Xavier Washington. It's about as efficient as you can get.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Of course, the fumble helped him out from Louis Turner.
So now looking to pass. Here is Burrell going deep. Got a man. And good defense to knock that one away. A little underthrown. He had number 3 Flavors back there in the secondary.
Intended for Washington.
So incomplete pass.
2nd and 10.
So 4 of 10 is Burrell, but numbers don't speak to how well he's really thrown the football. Now he'll hand it off. Up the gut, big hole. Got a first down or close to it. Does Dukes, and he does have a first down, gain of 11. Not somehow managed to pick his way through and found some space. So first down and 10 for the Canes here at their own 38-yard line. They're moving right to left here on the far hash. Burrell, quick pass out, incomplete, just out of the hands there. So that one was just dropped there. Nothing he could have done about that. A little talking going on the far side of the field there. A little finger wag from Fred Flavors on number 5, Santonio Washington. Now the referees and coaches are talking, say, let's cut that talking out and play football.
Timeout, Escambia.
So a timeout on the field. We'll take a quick timeout with them with 4:27 to go first quarter. It's 7-6, Escambia on top. You're watching the 2016 SECIS Classic on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. Now moving into 2016, MGSN is proud to partner with the GISA to be their official broadcaster of all their sports state championships. The Middle Georgia Sports Network looks forward to building on their relationship in the future and bring the best streaming sporting events possible. So stay tuned and log on to www.midgasports.net for all of the great action. And we're back here at the Crampton Bowl in Montgomery. 7-6 is your score. The Escambia Academy Cougars, I keep wanting to call them the Gators because they got Escambia County High School down in Pensacola, Florida. But these guys are just up the road in Atmore, Alabama, just north of the border of Florida and Alabama. But it's 7-6 right now. Escambia up here after a 4-yard touchdown run.
2nd and 10.
So in shotgun is Burrell. Burrell steps in, and that should be pass interference. Kind of cut the route off. No flag thrown, and some muscles being flexed there by Fred Flavors. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10. So 4:24 to go here in this first quarter. Still 7-6. 3 wide receivers set here. Or 4, excuse me. They got 3 on the near side, 1 on the top side. Rolling out is Burrell. A flag will come in, though. False start on the offense. Kind of a slow-moving first quarter thus far. Each team has had 2 possessions. This is the third for First Baptist. So 3rd down and 15 now after the penalty is assessed. They'll have Dukes to the left side of Burrell. Burrell looking to pass and go deep down the far side. Overshoots his intended target that time. Washington was trying to get off the bump coverage from Flavors. Could not do it. And that's going to be incomplete, so they're going to have to bring out the punt team here on 4th and 15. Coaches over there for First Baptist are trying to lobby for a flag. They're trying to say that they held up the receiver, but to no avail. And now it'll bring out the punt team. Scambia will open their home Alabama schedule against Abbeville Christian next week. And they're open. Then Northview High School, Pickens Academy, Jackson Academy, Resurrection Catholic. Then they're off. Then they got Clark Prep, Lighthouse Christian, Autauga Academy, and Bessemer Academy, the team that will be playing here next after the game, after this game. So that'll be a good matchup to watch those 2 Alabama schools. And we'll go ahead and watch this punt here. Dragon gets it off. Line drive, spiral kick. And they'll take it on a bounce. And a flag flies in from the top side of the field. But Gumapak will be brought down after a short gain at the 42-yard line. But we will await the call with the flag here at the midfield stripe. So it probably would be something in the area of holding on the return team, but we will await the call from the referee. A lot of fans here on the near side for Escambia Academy. Far side, not much there for Charleston. Obviously a much longer drive for those guys, though. Escambia left this morning, I believe. First Baptist of Charleston, I'm sure, had to leave yesterday. Had to be a long drive over here. Holding on the return team. So that'll be a spot foul, 10 yards from that spot, and it will push them back probably around the 33-yard line or so. We'll wait the spot from the referee. Actually going to push them back to about the 28. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line for Escambia Academy.
1st and 10 from the 28.
So Gumapak awaiting the play call from his coach on the near sideline here. Still no Chris Brown. If he's out there, he's not in the running back position. They're going to go in shotgun, and he'll have Louis Turner to his right side. To his left is Fields. They'll hand it off to Turner. Not a lot there. They stack him up and bring him down. Turner Kennard wraps him up for no gain.
Got him with the tackle.
So it'll make it a 2nd down and 10. So 2nd and 10 at the 28. Going shotgun again. Quarterback keeper off the right side. Gumapak spinning around. Dives out across the 35 to about the 36-yard line. It's a pretty good gain on 2nd down. We'll make it a very manageable 3rd down and 3. Gain 7 on that carry. So Gumapak remains in shotgun. And they'll keep it himself again, and he should have enough for a first down. He lunges out to the 40. So he needed 3, and he got 4. And it's first down and 10 for the Escambia Academy Cougars. Now they'll hand it off left side to Turner. Turner spinning across the 45 out to the 46-yard line. That's a 6-yard carry for Louis Turner, so they're starting to bang away a little bit. Are the Cougars.
Second and 4.
Down in 4 as we're winding down here in this first quarter. 1:45 left to go in the opening quarter. Now rolling out is Gumapak. Looking to pass. Got pressure, though. He's going to get away from it. And he'll be tracked down from behind across the 50. He'll have enough for the first down at the 47-yard line. That's a 7-yard gain again from Gumapak on a busted play. And a first down for the Cougars.
Ball to the 47 of First Baptist.
So first down and 10 at the 47. Two wide receivers to the near side here, one to the top side of the field. They remain in shotgun as they have this whole drive. Handoff goes left side, and spinning ahead for a 2-yard gain was number 35, Jason Davis. Davis, the young fullback, freshman.
Dukes made the tackle.
Dukes brought him down after a 2-yard gain. It's second down and 8.
Second and 8.
Clock under a minute now to go in the first. Again, we haven't seen So 13-6 your score. 11:52 left to go here in this second quarter. So kicking it away will be Jackson Bonner for the Cougars. And back deep to receive will be Ahmad Green, as well as Tylen Major. So here comes the kick from Bonner. Line drive. Taken on a hop by Major at the 8-yard line. Major up across the 20, up the middle, still on his feet, hit hard and brought down at the 29-yard line. 8-yard or 21-yard gain on the kick.
With a return. Ball down to the 29-yard line. First down, Hurricane.
So he gets out to the 29, 21-yard gain on that, and they'll start this drive first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Timeout, First Baptist.
So there's a timeout on the field. We'll take a quick timeout with them. You're watching the 2016 SECIS Kickoff Classic on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. The Middle Georgia Sports Network is your home for prep sports in the Peach State. After years of working at radio stations in the Statesboro and Warner Robins area, two college buddies decided to go out on their own and start up their own sports broadcasting company. Since beginning the Middle Georgia Sports Network just 3 years ago, Kenny Kofer and Brett Taylor have had the pleasure of calling 2 football state championships and 4 basketball state championships. Now moving into 2016, MGSN is proud to partner with the GISA to be their official broadcaster of all their sports state championships. The Middle Georgia Sports Network looks forward to building on their relationship in the future and bring the best streaming sporting events possible. So stay tuned and log on to www.midgasports.net for all of the great action.
and 10.
And we're back here at the Crampton Bowl. First down and 10 for Escambia, or for First Baptist School of Charleston at their own 29-yard line. Going to pass it. Quick slant off the back shoulder. Incomplete as they were looking for Xavier Washington.
Okay, all right. All right, well,
To the intended receiver, second and 10.
So second down and 10 with 11:40 now after the incomplete pass from Burrell to Washington. Fake the handoff, now running and throwing. That is, I think, a backwards pass. Now they're going to say forward, incomplete. So it'll go out of bounds. A long touchdown pass. Gotten in the lead.
First and 10 from the 40.
To Campbell with a one-handed touchdown catch. Thanks for sharing that. So we'll see what the Cougars can do here on first and 10 at their own 40, up by 7. And even though we saw Brown out there on punt return, he is not out on the field right now. He's standing with his helmet off. Handoff. Big hole left side. Louis Turner. Turner stutter steps. And he'll go down out of bounds at the 26-yard line. Big run from Louis Turner. 34 yards on the carry. 33, actually. Great run. Longest play there on the ground for the Cougars.
First down, Escambia.
And they quickly get to the line again, give it off to Turner. Turner, this time, trying to break the tackle. He actually is going to get positive yards out of it. He gets 2 yards, but they wrapped him around the waist there. So he's picked up 35 yards in the past 2 carries. Now they hand it off again, this time left side, bouncing outside, inside the 10, and brought down at around the 6-yard line was Patrick McGee.
I know, we're working it right now. Just trying to see what's going on.
Out of bounds at the
I've been
7.
in contact with the Q folks and trying to figure out what it is. So
They gained 18 yards. First down, Escambia. First and goal.
So that was an 18-yard run there from Patrick McGee. And they are in business here, first and goal at the 7-yard line. Leading by a touchdown already, threatening to score more here with 10:31. Escambia with 2 timeouts left here in this first half. One for First Baptist School of Charleston. The Hurricanes started off on fire. Good return to start the game. And then as they've continued, Escambia, the Cougars, have come on here late and really started to exert their power as they have had some good running plays, a mix of good running, good passing. Gumapak with a 46-yard touchdown pass earlier, and now they are starting to doing a good job on the ground game with Louis Turner, who's having to fill in for Chris Brown, who we saw injured. So we had a timeout on the field here right now. Again, stay tuned later for the second game of the night, and that will be the Lamar School taking on the number 1 team in the state in AISA, Bessemer Academy. Bessemer, Alabama, of course, the home of the great Bo Jackson. So they know football up in Bessemer, and they will be playing here next after this game against Lamar School out of Meridian, Mississippi. And that should be a great one. We saw a team from Mississippi last night out of Madison Ridgeland, and they defeated the Valwood Valiants, who were the state champs from Georgia in 2015, and they beat them 34-2. So it was a tough night for the Valiants, Coach Ashley Henderson, but It's just the start of things here in this 2016 football season. They're bringing the cart over. Hopefully the injured player isn't too banged up. It is the First Baptist player here on the near sideline who appeared hurt. So they're going to load him on to the cart here. Not sure what the issue is. Hopefully he's okay. Good thing is they have medical personnel right here on site. Good job by both sets of fans showing respect for the injured player. And they'll get him over to the far side to the medical personnel who are parked over by the field house on the far side. And they'll get back to action here on the football field. 10 minutes and 31 seconds left to go in the second quarter. And again, a 7-point lead for Escambia. FBS, their schedule, as I mentioned, they will come. They already played. They played just 2 days ago against PCA in a little jamboree type action over at Johnson Haygood Stadium and at the Citadel. And then they will take on Charleston M&S next week. Burke, Pinewood Prep, Hilton Head Christian, Academic Magnet, Hilton Head Prep, Porter God, Bethesda. Well, no, it's spelled Bethesda, Open, and then St. Andrews and Northwood Academy to close out their season on October 28th. So things are opening up a little week earlier than normal. Now the handoff right up the gut and spun down inside the 5 at the 4 is number 8, Patrick McGee. So he picks up a gain of 3 on first down. They're having to be creative here with Brown kind of banged up. Going to be Louis Turner, the deep back. Handoff to him, left side. Turner's going to dive into the end zone for the touchdown. And the Cougars add to their lead. 19-6 is your score with 10:01 to go in the second quarter. Well, they go for 2. I think they might here, trying to get things even number-wise. Get back to that. Brett does not like a odd score, so they're doing it just for him. So they're going to try to get it to 21 here. Guma Pack will look for the play call. They'll bring in Gary Campbell. Out comes number 70, Trey Lee. So we'll see what they do. Here they're going to have 2 wide receivers, 1 to either side. The deep back is Louis Turner. Turner with the blocking back in front of him. As 2-point conversion, Gumapak fakes it, rolls out here near side, going to throw, got a man open, and 2-point conversion is good to Fred Flavors, and the score is now 21-6. The lead for Escambia Academy. So 21-6 is your score now. After the 4-yard touchdown run from Turner, it's now a 15-point lead for the Cougars from Atmore, Alabama. So far it's been a good quarter and a half for this Escambia squad because they have really turned things around. In the start, First Baptist of Charleston had, like I said, had the good return starting the ball game, had a good drive going, and then the interception by number 70, Trey Lee, and he rumbled down. But ever since then, Escambia has done a good job of moving the football, both passing and running, and they're starting to find their identity here, especially without their superstar Chris Brown, who's been banged up.
So 21-6, Kenny. I tell you what, I've been impressed with both teams, and Escambia has come back in this game after FBC was able to get that nice touchdown pass, and ever since then, Escambia's kind of gotten back in and really put it on First Baptist of Charleston.
Yeah, they've done a good job, and here they go. with the kickoff from Jackson Bonner. And the kick line drive will be taken at the 9-yard line. Coming up his way, picking his way through. Big hole over the middle. Cutting to the outside now. Flag. No, that was just something else. Yellow being tossed up. Caught that out of the corner of my eye. They were throwing yellow footballs down here, but instantly started saying there was a flag, but nope. No, there wasn't. He saw the same thing I did.
No marker, 1st and 10.
Yellow footballs is what we all saw, but no flag. Great return out to the 49-yard line.
Say help. How many times do you want me to read that?
So 1st down and 10 at the 49. Quick pass, tipped, incomplete. Just off the hands of the receiver, number 5, Santonio Washington. So Burrell, his numbers don't look as good as what he's really played. He has thrown some good passes, but unfortunately just fallen off the hands of the receivers, who haven't really helped him out a whole lot here today. He's 0 for 4 here in the second quarter. He had 12 pass attempts back in the first. So 4 completions out of 16 passing attempts. Handoff up the middle, across the 50. Brought him down at the 42-yard line. There to finish him off was Joe Carpenter, the junior linebacker. So Burrell will remain out there to punt. They'll have Gumapak and Chris Brown out there. So they kind of just leaving Chris Brown out here for punt return duties only. And there's a good punt, angled to the far side, out of bounds at the 22-yard line. And that is where Escambia will start this drive. 1st down and 10 with 8:09 to go in the second quarter. Leading by 15 points. They're looking to build off the momentum they've established here and see what they can do. And I wonder if Chris Brown's going to stay out. Nope, he's going to go to the sidelines. I'd imagine with him being one of their key players, they don't want to hurt him even any further here in this opening game of the season. They got a lot left to go. So Gumapak getting the play from the sidelines. Far side is Jabe Daw. And here near side is 2 receivers. Oh, trying to cut back. He goes down, does Turner. So he will lose a yard on the carry there.
Turner, the ball carrier. Slips down at the 21. Play lost a yard. 2nd and 11.
So 2nd down and 11. 7:50 to go, second quarter.
Hey, I'll keep my eye on it and try to text y'all and stay with y'all.
A bad snap over the head of Gumapak. He picks it up, and he's going to be brought down hard at about the 6-yard line. And you hear the crowd here wanting a flag. They do throw a flag here late on the near sideline. I didn't catch what was going on exactly. I think it was away from the play all the way back here at about the 38-yard line. And that could just be a mental error there by First Baptist School of Charleston. If they can somehow, this turns out to be an automatic first down and a personal foul, depending on how this whole thing shakes out, because they had a fortunate thing happen there for Escambia, have the ball snapped over their head so they could be faced with a long 3rd down. But instead, the penalty, and it is personal foul on the Hurricanes.
Dead ball, personal foul against First Baptist.
But I think they're saying it was a dead ball. So
15 yards from the end of the run.
they will move ahead 15, and it will actually put it right back at the original line of scrimmage. So it's 3rd and 11. It's like that play never happened. The bad snap then leading to that. So Gumapak in shotgun. 2 wide receivers to the far side, 1 here near side. Looking to pass. He's got a man open, and he makes the catch, makes a man miss. Stunner step, still on his feet here near sideline. Flag flies in, and he is off to the races, brought down from behind at the 27-yard line, but a flag is down back at the 33. We'll await the call from the referee.
There is a marker on the play.
54 yards on the reception. We'll see if it stands. The referee just dropped the flag, sideline warning. So no worries there. 54 yards on that reception to Campbell. Or excuse me, that was Patrick McGee. So 3 long pass plays here for Gumapak.
Last play good for 53 yards. First down to Scambia.
So first down and 10 for the Cougars at the 26. They're going to hand it off. This time outside, Louis Turner trying to go somewhere. Breaking through some tackles. 2 flags are down. 1 on the far sideline and 1 here from the head referee on the back side of things.
Ball carrier, there are markers down.
Could be multiple flags on the offense here on this play. So they're going to pile out of here. And it is a legal motion on the offense and a hold on the offense.
Against Escambia. Illegal procedure and holding. Penalty for holding will be assessed.
Push them back now, 10 yards back to the 39 with 6:44 to go here in the second quarter. 21-6 is your score.
From the 39.
And they'll go under center now. Fake the handoff to the fullback. Going to keep it as Gumapak. And now a late pitch. And it will go out of bounds, luckily, for the Cougars here at the 38-yard line. It will be a 1-yard gain still.
Result of the play is a 1-yard gain.
But that was dangerous. Tried a little triple option there, faked inside. So they do a variety of different things out of a variety of motion or formations. Do the Cougars. Ran the triple option there. And it's now second down and 22 from the 38-yard line. Now they go back to shotgun, split backs, and they will put in motion Louis Turner. Turner now rolling out far side, looking to pass. And he's going to throw deep, trying to get his man, but there could have been a little hold. But no penalty. So that'll bring up third down and 22. He's looking far side for Gary Campbell. Back there on the coverage, though, was Ahmad Green.
Campbell is the intended receiver. Third and 22.
So long third down here. Gumapak getting the play call from the sideline, and his head coach, Hugh Fountain, also the athletic director for Escambia Academy. And now they're going to call a timeout. So why don't we take a quick timeout with them. Here you're watching the 2016 SECIS Kickoff Classic on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Founded in 1985, the Georgia Independent School Association proudly represents nearly 170 accredited private, independent, and parochial schools across the state. From Tallulah Falls to St. Simon's Island, from Columbus to Augusta, our schools serve over 76,000 students every year. Whether parents are interested in smaller class sizes, more individual attention, a religious-based curriculum, or a safe and structured environment, the GISA provides a strong education, which is the foundation for success. To learn more about the GISA and how they can serve your school, visit us online at www.gisaschools.org.
Welcome back here to the Crampton Bowl. 6:20 to go in the second quarter, 21-6 your score. The Escambia Academy Cougars with the lead and the football, 3rd down and 22. And they got Brown back in the game, first time in a while on offense. They're going to roll out Gumapak one way to the far side, and he is going to try to get past the defender. He spins another, and he'll be brought down at the 30-yard line. So he picks up 8 yards on the carry, and we'll make it a 4th down and 14.
4th and 14.
In that odd yardage situation, though, it looks like they're probably going to go for it here. I mean, you're at the 30. From here, it'd be about a 47-yard field goal. And it looks like they're going to have a timeout. Either an official's timeout or First Baptist School of Charleston took one. Now they're working on Chris Brown. Not sure what his issue is, but they are checking him out. The referees are possibly equipment malfunction, something. I think it was just some tape possibly on his wrist or something. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, I can see some loose tape there. And now the trainer will come out and, yep, they cut it off. So that's all they were concerned with. Brown looks aggravated by the whole situation, though. But now he should be ready to go. 4th down and 14. Gumapak looking to the sidelines, getting the play. Not many 4th down and 14s in your playbook. Rolling now near side. Got some pressure. Going to have to throw across his body, but he's just going to go out of bounds. Flag all the way on the backside of the field.
Out of bounds at the 30. There is a marker on the play.
Awaiting the call from the referee here.
It'd be an illegal formation or illegal shift. We'll wait to see, but that's a hold. Wow. It's an odd place for to see a flag over there.
Goes over on downs to First Baptist. 1st and 10 at the 30.
So now they're going to kick it away here. And turnover on downs, actually, excuse me. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for First Baptist at their own 30-yard line. So it's been a while since we've seen First Baptist out there on offense. And now we got a flag down for delay of game.
There's a marker down.
And again, this is the first game for both squads, and you can tell in certain aspects, certain things, game management and whatnot, a little out of sync right now. And now they're going to go with a direct snap formation with Dukes in the backfield. Quarterback Burrell out to the top side of the screen. They're going to ride the running back, and nothing doing there. Reading that the whole way was number 70, Trey Lee, brings down Dukes for a 5-yard loss.
Lee with a tackle. Play lost a yard. 2nd and 16.
Clock under 5 minutes to go now, 4:45. And they'll put Burrell back behind center in shotgun. Coming with the blitz, Burrell rolling out far side. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to try to get to the corner, and he will, out of bounds at the 32-yard line. He picks up 8 yards on the scramble.
Out of bounds at the 32.
And it'll make it a 3rd down and 2.
8 yards. 3rd and 8.
A 3rd down and 8, excuse me. So, First Baptist trying to get some momentum here. Hasn't had a whole lot of luck in this first half, other than the touchdown pass to Washington from Burrell. It's been tough sledding against a tough Cougar defense. Taking the snap, looking to pass, going to go deep down the far side. Got a man open, underthrown a little bit, but making the catch is number 6, Ahmad Green, down to the Cougar 36-yard line. 32-yard reception by Green. And we are in business.
We'll take a quick look at this replay here as Burrell takes the snap. He's going to find Green on the outside.
It was a little underthrown, but you can see here Green adjusts well, goes up over to the defender, and makes the catch. A little miscommunication here on this play, as I think Burrell was looking for a hitch route, and receiver there, number 11, Callum Scott, kind of cut inside on a quick slant. So the clock stops with 4 minutes and 11 seconds left in the second quarter.
That was a great play by Green. As you said, the ball a little underthrown.
What a stutter step. Now trying to cut back to the far side of the field is Dukes. Dukes has got the corner. Oh, and a flag flies in as Dukes will go out of bounds inside the 10.
They're going to get one of the wide receivers out there who held his hands up.
Yep, Callum Scott. As soon as it happened, I mean, he had his hands up saying, hey, I didn't do anything, but as soon as you raise your hands, it's like a signal to let people know, hey, I did something, I hope you didn't see it. And they saw it.
Yeah, he should have probably just stayed locked in. I don't think he was outside the shoulders, but as you said, it drew attention to him, and it's just not good.
So that'll negate a big play here and push them back to the 44-yard line. So now it'll be 2nd down and about 18.
2nd and 18.
At the 44. Burrell in shotgun again. 2 wide receivers to his left, 2 to his right. Clock under 4. Got the lone drummer down here for the Escambia crew. Burrell looking to pass. Going down the sideline. What an adjustment and catch by Ahmad Green. And yet again, and another first down for the Hurricanes. I'll tell you, Ahmad Green is able to control himself. I mean, he was looking over his right shoulder, adjusted, stopped, turned back over his left shoulder, and makes the catch at the 19-yard line. So 25-yard gain and a first down for the Hurricanes.
Yeah, great play right there and a good pass by Burrell. And FBS trying to make it interesting here at the end of the half. If they can score here, get it within one possession, be right where Coach Johnny Walters wants them to be.
Now the handoff. Go left side to Dukes. Nothing doing. He'll lose yardage. Number 4 there, Louis Turner, first man on the scene for the Cougars. We'll make it a 2nd down and 15 after the 5-yard loss.
I have been extremely impressed with Escambia's defense, just able to get into the backfield and do a good job on these running backs from First Baptist out of Charleston.
So 2nd and 15. The situation here at 3:20 to go in the first half. Rolling his Burrow. He's going to throw back across his body. Incomplete off the hands of Ahmad Green.
And now is where you need a big play, especially probably out of the passing game right here. Burrell had his receiver, but a good job in defense right there by the Cougars and knocks the ball away. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 15 for First Baptist.
So 3rd and 15 now from the Cougar 24. Probably 4-down territory here. As Burrell takes the snap. Looking, throws, picked off again. This time the same man, Trey Lee. And Trey Lee, the big man, is going to go the distance. No flags down. Touchdown, Cougars. Well, hold on. They're blowing whistles. But is that because – oh, wait, no, there is a flag. It was behind an injured player.
I think it's going to go actually on Burrell because he tried to as we'll go ahead and take a quick look at the replay here. Burrell stops back trying to set up the screen, and a great job by Lee just reading it all the way as he rumbles. But if you saw there on the backside of the image, the quarterback tried to dive through the offensive lineman, and a great play right there by Lee.
Excellent play as he takes it all the way 75 yards for the interception and touchdown. And we are now at a 27-6 lead for the Cougars.
I'm not having that issue. I have no idea. I know. I don't know.
So we'll see what they call here. I think that's what they're working on. It's definitely going to be against First Baptist of Charleston.
I'm sorry you're having that issue.
It was a chop block. I wonder if they can apply that to the kickoff, and I think that's what they're going to do, so they'll be able to kick it 15 yards farther down the field.
I tell you what a turn of events for them as far as First Baptist. They have an opportunity to maybe get within a score, and then one play, and it's now a 3-score game, 27-6.
So they'll bring on Jackson Bonner to kick the extra point. With 2:58 to go before halftime. The hold, the kick, line drive. Oh, that didn't feel good.
Sounded bad.
Right off of his lineman there. No good.
Remaining in the first half. Escambia 27.
So 2:58 left to go here in this second quarter. It's 27-6. Escambia Academy leading the First Baptist School of Charleston by 21 points.
27-6. And I tell you what, it feels like a lot closer game than that, Kenny.
Yeah, I mean, the two teams have been back and forth, but that interception really hurt there because Burrell made a good play, but unfortunately Trey Lee has read that screen twice now and has got 2 interceptions, and the big man gets the 75-yard touchdown run afterwards. Got a little commercial playing on here in the Crampton Bowl. The weather continues. It's overcast, but it's fairly cool and got a breeze. Not too bad. So they'll kick it on the other side of the field. Jackson Bonner will kick it from the 45-yard line. And one of these, sometimes it makes you wonder, do you just do a little, almost like a little pooch kick and force them deep, or you just go ahead and kick it in the end zone? First Baptist has showed they have a pretty good return game, so you might just want to boot it through the end zone. They kick it hard, and it'll be taken. Oh, he went down on the 2. Wow. Right on the 1-yard line, actually, is where they'll mark him. So
that's tough right there. Slips on probably a little bit of wet field, and it's just one of those things. It's very difficult to deal with sometimes when it's very humid.
Yes, Antonio Washington made a good athletic catch, went up, made the catch. His feet, when he caught it, though, were in the end zone, and I thought that was like an automatic. Here's you take a quick look at this replay. See, his foot was in the end zone, but I guess maybe the football was out.
Yeah, I think it has to do with where
the football
is. His feet can go in, and, probably each state might be different in each association, but
one of those rules is kind of hard to interpret depending on how you're watching or what area you're from. So shotgun formation. They're going to hand it off, and I don't think he got out of the end zone. Did he?
I don't know what they're doing. They're not marking.
It is a safety. So Michael Dukes could not get out of the end zone, and that is a safety, and it's now 29-6.
Wow. And things have just turned in the last minute as far as potentially could have been a one-score game, and now it's a 23-point lead for Escambia Academy. Very impressed with Escambia, but I tell you what, I'm very impressed with First Baptist of Charleston. They have some athletes as well, but right now Escambia is just executing and not turning the football over.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. And unfortunately for them right there, they just an odd place set them up deep in their own territory. And the defensive line has had a good game for Escambia. They got some pressure up the middle and forced the safety from First Baptist of Charleston. And now it's 29-6. Sometimes you can go a whole season without seeing a safety. We've seen two in the last two games we've covered here from the Crampton Bowl in less than 24 hours.
And normally the ones you see are either on bad snaps over the punter's head or, something weird like a holding call deep inside. You normally don't see a whole lot of tackles in the end zone, but as you said, the last 2 days for us, we've seen this pretty much the same garden variety safety that you're used to seeing.
So Michael Dukes will come on, and they're going to kick it away from for a free kick from the 20-yard line. They're trying to figure something out. They need a tee to get out there. Coaches are trying to retrieve it. You can either free kick punt it, I believe, or kick it off a tee, and obviously that's their preference is to kick it with the tee. So it will be Michael Dukes kicking it. They had the quarterback / punter Cameron Burrell out there.
First Baptist.
So here comes Michael Dukes, who will kick it away for the Hurricanes. Toe kick, high kick. Taken by Chris Brown at the 32. Brown trying to find some space, gets here near side. He's got speed. He's around the corner at the 40, and he'll lower his shoulder inside the 30. And I don't know if it was Chaz Urashima that tackled him or Brown delivered the blow there more than
the other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a good run. Good blocking by his return team, and they set him up well, and then Brown takes care of the rest. It's good to see Brown get back out there and performing on the kickoff there, and he's coming back out with the offense. But you can see why a lot of colleges are wanting this kid, and he's a South Alabama commit because he's got tremendous speed. Even though his size is only 5'6", speed kills is what they say.
Oh, no doubt. And he's powerful. Got very thick legs. He'll take the pitch this time. Try to cut back. Ducks under a tackle and gets inside the 25 to the 24. Picks up 6 yards on first down. And he literally just ducked underneath an arm tackle.
And right now, Escambia is trying to kind of put the exclamation point on this first half of play with only 2:14 to go here in the second quarter. Have a chance to go up almost, what would that be, 30 points.
Brown again, and he just runs so violently.
Fumble.
And First Baptist comes away with it.
Fumbled and recovered by First Baptist.
And his initiation of contact, I think, might have caused that there.
And we'll go ahead and take a quick look at that replay as ball's handed off right there to Brown, and he just gets knocked and spun around, and the ball kind of goes between both teams, and First Baptist comes up with it. A great job right there of forcing the fumble by First Baptist defensive line, filling the hole there. And what happened was I think Brown got turned over, and when he did, the ball kind of got spun out naturally by the centrifugal force, if you will.
So 1st and 10, the other way now for First Baptist. And they're going to hand it off to Dukes. Dukes picks up 2, across the 20 to the 21.
I tell you what, they really dodged a bullet right there. Even if they are not able to pick up a score here with 1:40 to go, they dodge a bullet of giving up another score as Escambia had great field position.
So 2nd down and 8. Roll out here near side. Pass complete to Washington, and he'll go down after a short gain to the 24, 3 yards on the pass reception.
Washington with a reception. Play good for 3 yards.
So it brings up a 3rd down and 5. From their own 24-yard line with just 1 minute left to go before halftime. 1 timeout left for each squad. Burrow looking to the sideline, getting the play call. Fake the handoff. Quick slant behind his intended target. Incomplete. Was looking for Xavier Washington. Pass falls to the turf. It's 4th down and 5 with 41 seconds to go.
And I understand maybe you want to pop one right there, but considering now you're going to have to punt back, it almost seems like why take the risk there? You could throw an interception instead. Maybe run the football and try to run the clock out.
So 4th and 5, and it looks like First Baptist is going to burn their last timeout.
Timeout. First Baptist, their final timeout.
So that's their final timeout. We'll take a quick break. You're watching the Middle Georgia Sports Network. Welcome back here to the Crampton Bowl. 4th down and 5. And they're kind of going to do possibly a little quick punt here. Quarterback Burrell kicks it away. End over end kick. Will roll out of bounds right at midfield at the 50-yard line. And that is where Escambia will start this drive. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line with 34 seconds to go. Hoping to get a little bit more points on the board before we get to the break. Slow-moving first half here. This game started at 5 o'clock. Over an hour and a half now. The second game was scheduled to kick off at, I believe, 7:30. And it's 6:35 Central Time. Now they got a different quarterback in the game. Gumapak is on the sidelines.
I think he was out there last possession, number 11.
Jabe Dahl. So Dahl under center. Pitches it back to Patrick McGee. McGee trying to get around the corner. Now he's having to try to cut back. And he'll be chopped down all the way back at the 36-yard line. That's a 14-yard loss. Not the direction you want to go. And that was twice. Brandon Kiesler made that play. He chopped him down going one way, and then McGee came back to him and chopped him down again, but this time to the turf. And that will probably do it on the first half, and it will. So after 1 half of play, your score is Escambia Academy 29, First Baptist School of Charleston 6. We'll take a break and be back with some halftime interviews here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. The Middle Georgia Sports Network is your home for prep sports in the Peach State. After years of working at radio stations in the Statesboro and Warner Robins area, two college buddies decided to go out on their own and start up their own sports broadcasting company. Since beginning the Middle Georgia Sports Network just 3 years ago, Kenny Kofer and Brett Taylor have had the pleasure of calling 2 football state championships and 4 basketball state championships. Now moving into 2016, MGSN is proud to partner with the GISA to be their official broadcaster of all their sports state championships. The Middle Georgia Sports Network looks forward to building on their relationship in the future and bring the best streaming sporting events possible. So stay tuned and log on to www.midgasports.net for all of the great action.
I'd like to welcome everybody to the SECIS halftime show here at the Crampton Bowl in Montgomery. We're with Coach Fountain from the Escambia County Cougars, and we'd like to thank him for taking the time to speak with us today. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing good, Brad. Appreciate y'all very much for covering us, and hope this is a great event for all of us involved.
Yeah, absolutely. It's an exciting way to kick off the season, and again, just like to thank you for taking the time to sit down with us. And what we'll do is we'll go ahead and ask you some questions about this team that you're bringing over to Montgomery, and maybe you can recap a little bit of how the 2015 campaign went for you, and then also give us an outlook for heading into the 2016 season.
Okay, I'll be glad to do it. Last year we were 7-5, but really we lost to Lee Scott out of Auburn in the first round of playoffs, and Lee Scott was a one-loss team. We actually lost last year. Our 5 losses were to 5 teams that either made the state championship or the state champions or were in the semifinals. We've had a pretty tough schedule here for the last couple of years, and this year is really no exception for us. But for me, I think that's good for our team. I think that for our team, we look to be better in November. We don't really worry that much about this time of the year. We'd like to be as good as we possibly can be, but our ultimate goal is to really be good at the end of the season if at all possible. So the tougher the teams, the better you tend to be at the end of the season. At least that's the way we look at it. So we were 75 last year. The best thing we have about this year is we have about 99% of our offense coming back as far as people who either caught through or ran the football. And that's always a positive thing coming back. I think, one of the big negatives is that we lost really our top 7 or 8 offensive linemen. We do have some, we feel like we have some guys who came in and gotten better in the off season and through the spring. But of course, anytime you return skilled people, that's always a positive at any school. And for us, we're pretty much proud that we have all those skilled guys coming back.
Yeah, absolutely. That's important, especially you got some experience to lean on there and be able to really produce here in the 2016 season. At least you kind of know what you got when you're stepping into the season, and you're not building from scratch. But can you also speak to maybe some of the team's strengths? Obviously, with all those folks coming back on offense, that would probably be one. But some of the strengths and maybe even some of the weaknesses that you think need to be further developed as you move along in the season.
Sure. Probably our number one strength is just overall team speed. We're pretty deep at the skilled positions, particularly we're deep at the running back position. But anybody that plays us understands that we're a running football team. That's been our bread and butter. I've been a high school football coach for 30 years, and I retired from the public schools, but I was pretty much a running coach. I've always loved smash mouth football. Always loved, getting in the eye and seeing what a good tailback can do. And this year for us is really no different. The 3 tailbacks we had last year, Chris Brown, who's a senior, Louis Turner, who's a junior, and Patrick McGee, who is a sophomore, were our 3 tailbacks last year as well. And, of course, most people here in Alabama in the AISA know about our tailback, Chris Brown, because Chris is the fastest kid really probably in the public and the private schools in Alabama. He's got a lot of speed. He ran a 10.7 flat in 100 last year for the state championship. I think we're a record at 10.72. at the state track meet, but he's been a champion in the 100, the 200, and the 400 for the last 2 years, and has been the 100 and the 200 champion for the last 3 years. So we know he's got a lot of speed. So pretty much everybody knows he's actually a South Alabama commit. So he's got some talent. You know, he's 5'6", 180 pounds, so he's not really that big, but he's done an outstanding job for us through his career here at Escambia Academy. He actually played. We have 14 guys who played on our 2014 state championship team, and Chris was a vital part of that team. He was one of our top 3 tailbacks at that time. But we're very excited about Louis Turner, and we're very excited about Patrick McGee. We feel like they both will come on and do a great job for us, and our quarterback is returning. Kainoa Gumapak. He's not the biggest thing in the world, but he's very gritty. He was a tailback for us 3 years ago. We decided to move him to quarterback because we thought we could be a little bit more explosive with a good athlete at quarterback. And so we've been, very proud of those guys. I think that's going to be the strength of our team, our secondary and our skill people. I think that, our weakness, if you ask me what our weakness is number one, for example, when we played First Baptist out of South Carolina, they don't hardly have anybody, as far as they have their whole returning team back as far as, from last year's roster. They had 6 seniors last year, I believe. And hardly any of them played. So that means they're going to be a very, very veteran team. I think with us, now we have a lot of returning players, but a lot of them didn't get any playing time, in critical moments. So I think our inexperience is going to be a weakness for us. And then up front, now we've looked a lot better this week, so that was a huge improvement for us. But I think up front, we're worried about, gelling together. And I think, we got a lot of gelling to do as we work towards this game and as we work towards, all the games we have to, because if you look at our schedule, we still have, really probably one of the toughest schedules in Alabama independent schools.
Yeah, and you kind of touched on a lot of some of the things that we were going to ask. So that's awesome. Touched on some of the team leaders, some of the guys that you're going to be leaning on, some of your key players, and obviously you've got a tough schedule, and as you said, you're going to have to build some of that depth and some of that experience. But I like the one point you made about the fact that you don't really win championships in August and September. You're more trying to build the team for November, and that's a good point to make. And I guess our final question, Coach, is can you just speak a little bit about the excitement level your team has for the STCIS Kickoff Classic and just being able to play in a college football environment and all of those things that go along with this event that will be put on this weekend?
Right. Yeah, we're very excited about it. We were very fortunate to be chosen to represent the schools in Alabama because there are some very good independent schools here, and especially because we went down to 2A this year. We were, like I said, 3A state champions in 2014, and last year was 7-5. So we felt fortunate they invited us to come and play in this game. But anytime you get the kids away and you put them into a college stadium, since I've been here 4 years. Since I've been here, we played up at Faulkner and Montgomery twice, and we played the state championship game in Troy. Those games were ultra exciting because of the new environment and the artificial turf field and the stuff that we don't get to see on a daily basis. I think the biggest fear and danger in our game with First Baptist is going to be hot at 5 o'clock in Alabama.
Absolutely.
I actually told the coach Mo at First Baptist, I said, Coach, I sure hope y'all been having some hot weather because it's hot at 5 o'clock in Alabama. He laughed at me, but that's the biggest concern. But playing on those fields is a great experience for our kids, and anytime you can give a kid something that they don't normally see, it makes them get more excited about your team, about your season, about what you're trying to do here. And until you come to Canoe, Alabama, where we're located at, you don't realize we're in the woods. We actually are, hey, we're in between Brewton and Almore, and them are not what you call household name cities,
Yes, sir.
And but for us to be able to come from here, where we got one stoplight in town, and be able to go to the big stage in Montgomery and play, it makes us all excited to be able to do that.
Yeah, and that's one of the great things about this Kickoff Classic is just giving the kids the exposure and the opportunity to play. And again, it's going to be a great event, and we appreciate you taking the time out of your day in preparation to give us this interview. And we wish you nothing but the best in the game and then in the season as well, Coach. And we hope that the Cougars do well this upcoming season.
Good, Brent. We appreciate, a couple of years ago, we went over and played a little preseason scrimmage over in Phoenix City with Deerfield, Windsor. Mm-hmm. And I want to say that was Southwest, maybe, or Southeast. Georgia. Yeah, Southwest. And let me tell you, that was a great experience. We gained a lot of respect for Georgia Independent School football. Of course, I know we're playing a South Carolina team. Mm-hmm. But when we went over there and played those guys, they were hard-nosed. And so it's fun to play these other independent school associations. Because I tell you, independent school football, particularly in Alabama, I'm sure it has in other states, has grown in interest, and especially when a kid like O.J. Howard comes from a college academy, and goes on and has fame in Alabama. Mm-hmm. And some of these kids, we have a kid, Jamontre Lee, committed to the Naval Academy for next season, as well as Chris. And so when you have those type kids, it shows that independent school football is definitely growing in popularity, and we're just glad to be able to showcase this.
Yeah, and I think you hit the nail on the head when you said this weekend is going to be a showcase weekend for these guys, and we're hoping that we can get as much exposure to independent school football in the Southeast, and we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a great event and a great time for all to be had. So good luck, and y'all have safe travels over to Montgomery, and we'll see y'all in under the big lights. Okay. Of course, at 5 o'clock, they might not need much light, but,
No, we're going to need some air conditioning.
I hear that. Well, that was Coach Hugh Fountain with the Escambia Academy Cougars. We'd like to thank him for joining us, and what we'll do is we'll take a quick break and be back for more of the SECIS Kickoff Classic here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. And I'd like to welcome everybody to the SECIS halftime show here at Crampton Bowl in Montgomery. We're with Coach Fountain from the Escambia County Cougars, and we'd like to thank him for taking the time to speak with us today. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing good, Brad. Appreciate y'all very much for covering us, and hope this is a great event for all of us involved.
Yeah, absolutely. It's an exciting way to kick off the season, and again, just like to thank you for taking the time to sit down with us. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and ask you and how they can serve your school. Visit us online at www.gisacschools.org. And just maybe you can recap a little bit of how the 2015 campaign went. And welcome back to the Crampton Bowl here in Montgomery, Alabama, and into the SECIS Kickoff Classic halftime show. We're with Coach Johnny Waters from First Baptist of Charleston. He's the Hurricanes coach. And, Coach, we're just thankful that you can join us for kind of pick your brain a little bit and kind of see where your team is right now.
All right. Thanks for having me. We appreciate it. Well, we're really excited about coming to the inaugural Kickoff Classic. It's a good opportunity for our kids to get away and get together and kind of do some bonding in a hotel before, we get actually into our league play and all back home in Charleston. So that is exciting for us.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's one of the biggest takeaways that I've gotten from most of the coaches we talked to is just the fact that it's so much more than just a game. It's a big opportunity for the guys, and obviously they're probably really excited. Yeah. So I guess we'll go ahead and get in and see, maybe you can recap for us a little bit of your 2015 season, and then also give us kind of your outlook for the 2016 Hurricanes as you head into this Kickoff Classic.
Yes, sir. This is going to be our third year in 11-man football. I came in and took over the program 3 years ago. An 8-man program that they had here, and so this is year 3 for us, 11-man football. Our first year we were winless. Our first year getting here with the transition and moving up and the numbers that we had as far as players go, but they could see something changing. And then last year we made the playoffs for the first time in a long, long time. We made the playoffs. Lost in the first round to the eventual state champions here in South Carolina. And this year we're a year older. We've grown up. Had to buy some bigger helmets. We've grown up in size too. So we're hoping this year if we stay healthy
that's always kind of a positive thing to look forward to. Obviously, with a younger program trying to take that next step into the playoffs and get even further than you were, before. We talk about that a lot, and it's always kind of that process of building the program. And it sounds like y'all are well on your way. You kind of laid the foundation. We kind of to get to that. What are some of those, I guess, team leaders that you have that you've kind of built the foundation on that this team will be, looking to when maybe the adversity hits and whatnot, and team guys you're going to lean on?
Well, first off, our quarterback, Cameron Burrow. He'll be a 3-year starter for me. He was probably not the starter when I first came in, and but he's a younger kid, and he kind of ran the system I like to run. And so we put him in there, and he's matured and got a lot of confidence, and his arm strength's stronger. He's really worked hard in the off season for it. And our other leader actually is a sophomore. He's our running back, Mike Dukes. Mikey is already getting looked at D1 schools down here in South Carolina. Those are probably our two. And then on the line, we've got Matthew Allen, who is our center. He's been with me now for 3 years also. He'll anchor our offensive line. And then defensively, our defensive line, we've got Turner Kiner. That's a senior for me, and he'll anchor the D-line.
Well, great, outstanding. Sounds like you got some guys there that you kind of brought up in the program, and they're just now, even though you do have a youngster, I guess they're running back that's getting some attention as well. But maybe changing gears just a little bit. I know you kind of got this big culmination of the fall camp, and then heading into this SECIS Classic is kind of a icing on the cake, if you will. But what are some of the teams out of South Carolina that your guys are looking forward to playing? Maybe some rivals, some region games that are big for you. What does your schedule look like this season?
Well, we've got a challenging schedule. Actually, we've gone my first 2 years to FCA camp in South Carolina, North Carolina, the first 2 years, and I camped that because we're going to this Classic. Mm-hmm. We got Sertoma, which is our jamboree on Thursday. We'll travel Friday up to y'all up there. But but we've got some non-region. We've got a non-region game against Porter-Gaud, which is right across the river from us. It's probably about 4 miles from us. They're a big 3A school. They're a big 3A school, not in our region, but that's a rival for our school. We're back playing football, so that's been pretty hype between the two schools. They pretty much know each other, same kind of background, kids, and all like that. And then, of course, at the end of the season, we'll play Northwood Academy, which is we're pretty much that's the team that we're trying to be like.
Okay, great. Yeah, so I guess to be the man, you kind of got to beat the man in that scenario. So
exactly. We got my first year. We got whipped up on them pretty bad, and then last year we took them all the way into the fourth quarter. We just ran out of gas on it. So we're hoping this year we can get a little revenge.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that's kind of what makes football so fun. It's just that opportunity to come back. Following season, you normally play some of the same opponents. So if you got revenge on your mind, you get an opportunity. But
right.
I guess we'll go into the last question, Coach, and it's just really about the SECIS Classic. Just asking you to maybe gauge your team's excitement level. Are they nervous for maybe just the first game jitters, or just excited about playing in a big venue that hosts the FBS Bowl game?
Yeah, I think for my kids' team, it's not the best, one of the best teams we play all year. They look good on film. They got a great running back. Quarterback's a good gutsy kid. I really like him, and they got 2 kids on the defensive line coming back. They're pretty strong. But we're excited because we'll be able to get away and go to another arena and stuff like that, in a different kind of atmosphere altogether. But they're also nervous too. I mean, like I said, we're still a young program. That said, we're going to try to take as many positives out of this experience as we can. to get us ready to get back into familiar territory when we come back home, because we play next week our first regular season game.
Yeah, absolutely. And, that seems to be kind of the theme with a lot of the coaches is the fact that, you have some stiff competition up front, and it pays dividends as you get on down the road in the your region play and kind of the games that really count towards your playoff seeding and all. So,
Right.
That's it absolutely. It's kind of a showcase opportunity, the SCCIS Classic, and I hope your guys enjoy it, and hope y'all have some safe travels over to Montgomery, and I wish you the best of luck on the 2016 season for the Hurricanes.
Thank you so much for having us. We appreciate everything you're doing for us.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was Coach Johnny Waters with the First Baptist Hurricanes out of Charleston. What we'll do is we'll take a quick break and come back with the SCCIS second half here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Welcome back in here to the Crampton Bowl on the Middle Georgia Sports Network's coverage of the 2016 SCCIS Kickoff Classic, where at halftime it is 29-6. The Escambia Academy Cougars lead the First Baptist School of Charleston, the Hurricanes, by a score of 29-6. And the Cougars will be getting the ball here to start the second half.
Escambia Academy will receive to start the second half.
And see how they do here. Going forward, they got Chris Brown back here in the third quarter. So kicking away will be Michael Dukes. Back deep to receive will be Chris Brown as well as Louis Turner. And here comes a kick from Michael Dukes. Short kick, angled here near side, straight out of bounds at the 40-yard line. I'm going to mark it at the 41 or so, I believe. And that is where we'll start this first drive after the illegal procedure penalty. So great field position for Escambia Academy. Or are they going to make him re-kick it?
Might back him up 5 and make him re-kick it.
Yeah, I think that's what they're going to do. So they'll push it back to the 35. I guess they want to give their speedster an opportunity to return the kick. Chris Brown.
It wouldn't make any sense to it's 10 seconds, though.
So here comes Michael Dukes. He's going to try again here. And here comes the kick from Dukes. Much better this time. Still angled here to the near side, and will go out of bounds anyways. So will they make him kick it a third time? Or are they just going to take it at the 35?
The kick goes out of bounds at the 23. There's a marker down.
Every day.
It is a legal procedure against First Baptist.
So they're going to make him kick it yet again. Back at the 30-yard line now. So here we go with Dukes. Third time's a charm. Getting some practice in. So here comes Michael Dukes. And this kick will stay in bounds. It'll be picked up by Louis Turner at the 25. Here comes Turner. Oh, that's not Turner. That's McGee. McGee gets across the 50. He's hit hard out of bounds into First Baptist territory at the 47. So all that kicking turned out well for Escambia. And now they got the ball 1st and 10 at the Hurricane 47.
So kept backing them up, and then they ended up getting great field position after the return all the way to the 47 of First Baptist. So a little bit of danger time here for First Baptist. The Cougars could go up 30 points on the Hurricanes if the Hurricanes can't bow their backs here defensively.
So Gumapak back out there at quarterback. Turner to the deep back. Wide receiver to either side. Gumapak under center. We'll give it off to Turner. Left side. Left tackle. Big hole. Right up the middle of the field. He's going to go 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Cougars. One play, 48 yards.
47 yards.
And it is touchdown for the Cougars.
Wow, what a play right there by the Cougars. And we'll take a quick look at this replay here as Gumapak's going to bring them to the line of scrimmage. And he's setting up the play. He's going to snap it, turn around, and hand it off to that running back. Gets it to him. Brown takes it, and he takes care of the rest and takes it all the way to the house. And Escambia is up 29 points, awaiting the extra point.
So it'll be Gumapak. And bad snap. The holder could not get it down, and he'll be brought down behind the line, so the extra point is no good. The score remains 35-6.
Escambia 35, First Baptist 6.
So clock stops at 11:41, but that is a pretty quick score there. One play, 47 yards, and they built the lead up to 29. And again, looking down on the sideline, it looks like Brown is being worked on again. So he's having some issues in this game. Don't look to be anything serious. Might just be cramping, honestly. Well, that's not even Brown. That's actually number 8, Patrick McGee. They're looking at him now, stretching him out.
So that was one play and a touchdown, Kenny. And other than the extra point kicking here today for Escambia Academy, everything's been pretty good for the Cougars.
Yeah, they've had everything going. So they're going to kick it away here, leading by 29 points. It will be Jackson Bonner kicking it away. Line drive kick will be taken at the 10-yard line. Right up the middle of the field now. Hit hard and brought down is number 18, Thomas Thornley. And they'll start this drive 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Thomas Thornley with a return, brought down to 26, first down, Hurricane.
Lock it out.
What?
Lock them out. So they'll start this drive 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line, trailing by 29 points. Snap high over the head, but regain control does Dukes, but he's going to go nowhere. As bringing him down is Trey Lee for a loss of 6 yards back to the 20.
Hunt hadn't stopped.
6
He's
yards,
continuously
second
going.
and 16.
So 2nd down and 16 to go after the 6-yard loss. Trey Lee has played one heck of a game. 2 interceptions, 1 for a touchdown return, sacks, tackles for loss, you name it. Handoff, and there he is again, Trey Lee bringing down Thomas Thornley for a loss. That is actually number 10, Andrew Murphy, on the carry.
Andrew Murphy with a carry.
And he'll lose 2, or 1, and it'll be 3rd down and 16. Again, Trey Lee making a name for himself here this afternoon, playing a heck of a game so far. Look at the pass. He's going to go deep down the near sideline. It is incomplete. Great defensive play from Fred Flavors. Almost came up with the interception, but a good job of keeping an eye on the ball, turning and making a play on it. And that's going to bring up 4th down and 16, and the punt team should be coming on for the Hurricanes.
Yeah, that right there is when you have to break off the go route and try to come back and throw something to the outside because Flavors had it read perfectly.
So quarterback Burrow will remain in to punt. Back deep is Chris Brown. Off the side of the foot of Cameron Burrell, and Escambia is going to have great field position here inside the 40 as that punt went 16 yards. And he punted it to the 1st down marker, and now they'll have it 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line of the Hurricanes with a chance to blow this thing wide open.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for First Baptist, and other than that first quarter the first quarter touchdown that they have not had a whole lot more success against Escambia Academy. Escambia looking very strong here tonight in their first game of the year in the SECIS Kickoff Classic.
So they're going to bring back in Jabe Daw at quarterback, and then they got Chris Brown at tailback. They'll hand it off to the fullback this time, straight up the gut on the quick give. And Jason Davis, takes it down to the 30, pickup of 6 on first down.
Play gain 6 yards, 2nd and 4.
So they're throwing them all at them. Are the Cougars here in this one? They seem to have never-ending guys off the bench coming in, cycling in and out. Gumapak and Dahl have done the job at quarterback. Brown, Turner, Campbell, McGee, all doing it as well. And again, the fullback gets the handoff. Davis gets down to the 27. It's a pickup of 3 yards. He'll be short of the first by 1. Brings up a 3rd down and 1.
3 yards, 3rd.
Down to 9 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Now in at fullback, Paolo Gourmet. I'm going to keep waiting for the play clock to run down, trying to drain this thing down as slowly as they can, or as quickly as they can. Quarterback, triple option. They pitch it late. It's on the turf, but they're able to come up with it. Patrick McGee gets the ball down to the 20, and that is a pickup of 7 yards.
First down.
I guess that goes to McGee. So first down and 10. Now at the 20-yard line. All Cougars here in game 1 of today, game 3 overall, here in the Kickoff Classic. Campbell, handoff, fumble, and I believe the Hurricanes have it. They do. So the turnover on the fumbled exchange is picked up by Turner Kennard. And it will be 1st and 10 for the Hurricanes at their own 22. So a squandered opportunity there for the Cougars. Really one of their only bad plays here today. .754 to go in this third. Clock is not running.
No, I don't think they'll run it since the second half started. Plus, it's still under 30 points. It's a 29-point deficit. So
true. They could do it possibly in the fourth quarter if the score gets out of whack even further. But right now it's 29 points. And they'll hand the ball off. And nothing doing there as they gave it to Andrew Murphy. And he was brought down. Leading the way that time was number 53, Jamie Welker.
Murphy, the ball carrier.
He's going to lose a yard.
And 11.
Handoff around the corner. Goes to Dukes. Dukes gets around the corner on the on the pass play, and he gets out for a gain of 5 yards out to the 27. So it'll be 3rd down and 5 now.
3rd and 5.
Now they're going to pass. Burrell throws high, tipped, incomplete, dangerous pass there. But a flag flies in late, could be pass interference possibly on the Cougars. kind of threw that in the traffic. There's about 4 Cougars in the area as well as 2 Hurricanes, and he might get away with it here and get a first down on a pass interference. We'll await the referee's call.
Suggestion is pass interference against Escambia.
And it is pass interference, a 15-yard penalty. Gives the Hurricanes a first down out to the 41-yard line. Nothing doing there. Maybe a gain of 2 on the handoff to Murphy.
Murphy with a carry.
Nice night here in Montgomery. Got a good view of
Stop, gain, 2 yards.
a beautiful city.
And 8.
Yeah, earlier today we were able to go down to the Riverwalk, check out the Montgomery Biscuit Stadium. Montgomery's a nice little place to come, take a day trip, or just bring your family over. A lot of things to do.
No doubt. Now throwing his Burrow complete. He finds Santonio Washington down to the 45. That's a gain of 13 yards and a 1st and 10 for the Hurricanes into Cougar territory.
First down.
The referee quickly winding the clock.
Escambia 45.
The clock is still for some reason.
He was trying to anyway. They got the timekeepers up here. These refs, they're pretty good at shape. I'll just say that. These guys put a hurting on us. Ball thrown back behind the line of scrimmage, or no, they're going to say it was a forward pass to Dukes. I think it was intended, honestly, to be a backwards pass that probably would have been then thrown downfield, but it did not work that way. So 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass. Clock stops with 5:50. At the 45-yard line, Burrow rolling out to his left. Steps inside, now throws on the run. Got a man open. Making the catch, but going out of bounds is Michael Dukes. And if his momentum didn't carry him out of bounds at the 29, he would have scored. But nonetheless, a 16-yard gain on the pass reception to Michael Dukes.
Yeah, First Baptist showing a lot of grit and determination here, trying to come back in this game, down by 29, obviously, but trying to mount a drive here late in the third quarter.
So they're on the move here after getting the fumble recovery. Burrow rolling out here, throws it to Dukes near side. Dukes makes the first man miss, still on his feet, stiff arms, and he'll pick up a yard. Couldn't get out of the grasp of Fred Flavors, who has played a very good game at the cornerback position, knocking the football away as well as making some sure-handed tackles.
Made the stop. Gained a yard. 2nd and 9.
So 2nd and 9 now. They'll hand the ball off to Murphy. Nothing doing. Just trying the middle of that defense. It's like a stone wall.
Yeah, the defense has been very impressive from Escambia Academy. Coach Fountain has to be excited about the way his defensive Cougars have played today. And Lee there on the outside, he's done a great job in this 3-4 scheme. And right now, they're just dominating up front.
Quick pass inside. Receiver wasn't looking just yet on a quick slant to Jackson Watson. But Watson hadn't even realized the ball had been thrown until it was past him. So incomplete, brings up 3rd down and 10.
Watson, the intended receiver.
4th and 10, excuse me. So they're going to go for it here in the odd yardage and the big deficit. At this point, it'd be about a 46-yard field goal, which really wouldn't do you any good on the scoreboard. So Burrell's rolling out to his left, going to step up and throws complete out of bounds to Callum Scott. So he needed 10, got 11 on 4th down. And he throws the football extremely well on the move. He's very accurate, almost better on the move than in the pocket.
Thing I like is he stays under control on the move, and a lot of times kids rush themselves. They end up throwing it all over the place, and it seems like he's got a good release, and he stays under control, doesn't hurry himself, and sets his feet and does a good job.
Now we'll hand it off to Murphy. Murphy had trouble with the exchange. He's going to fumble, and it's going to be recovered by the Cougars at the 15-yard line. So I don't think he ever had control of the football. We'll take a quick look on the replay here. But as soon as he got the football, it looked like a bad exchange. So let's take a look. You see Burrell here taking the snap. And you could tell right there, it looked like it kind of stuck on his left arm, never had control. And as soon as he was hit, it fell to the turf. Turnover, back over to the Cougars.
Yeah, tough time with the mesh point right there, and that's never a good thing.
So both teams turn it over in the red zone and squander opportunities. And so the score remains 35-6 with 4:20 to go in the third quarter.
Another example of the opportunistic nature of Escambia's defense. What is that, the third or fourth turnover they've had?
Yeah, they've had, that's 3.
One of them went for a touchdown. So not only are they, plus 1?
2. Yeah, plus 1.
On the turnover differential, then you also add the difference in score that they gained from it.
Now Dahl is going to air it out far side, looking for Gary Campbell. It falls incomplete. Back there with one-on-one coverage, so they're not really playing a single high safety to help out. I believe that's Don McNeil for the Hurricanes.
Campbell was the intended receiver. 2nd and 10.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down and 10 with 4:14 to go. Dahl going to throw it out here near side. Complete to Flavors. Flavors spins out of a tackle, still on his feet. Stays in bounds. He's going to pick up the first down out to the 27. What a great job of staying in bounds, tight rope in the sideline, and he picks up 13 yards on the reception.
First down is at the 27.
So Jabe Dahl letting the young man throw a little bit. Jabe is only a sophomore, quarterback and a safety. We've got 2 wide receivers here near side, one to the top side, split backs beside Dahl. 4-4 linemen on defense. Now Dahl's going to throw out wide a little swing pass. Hits Flavors. Flavors makes a man miss, stays on his feet, makes another man miss. But the first guy came back and brought him down from the ankles, and that was Don McNeil. But a flag is thrown here on the near sideline. We'll have to await the call from the referee. Illegal procedure on the offense. So that'll negate that play and push them back 5 yards. So it'll be a first down and 15 instead of 2nd down and 3.
Illegal procedure against Escambia.
So 3:32 remains on the clock here. Or now they add in a few seconds, but now we're down to 3:28. But again, first down and 15 at the 22. Dahl is going to hand it off. Trying to find a hole, picking his way, bouncing off some tackles, but finally be corralled down to the ground. Will Patrick McGee.
The ball carrier.
He picks up a short gain of 2. Man, just 1, so it's 2nd down and 14.
By gain 2 yards. Second and 14.
So 2nd and 14 now. Dahl remains in at shotgun. 2:40 to go. Blitz from the backside. He steps up, tipped, still caught, and they should have a first down. Great job of hand-eye coordination from Gary Campbell. Played the ball off the tip and picked up the first down. A 15-yard gain on 2nd and 14. And Dahl, the young sophomore, doing a pretty good job here moving the offense.
Yeah, very impressed with him. Obviously, Gumapak is their starter, but Dahl has come in, and they don't seem to miss a beat with him in the game.
It'll
be. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
It'll be great to see this team. I believe plays Madison Ridgeland, or I know at least Lamar. Or no, I'm
Bessemer.
sorry. They played Bessemer.
It's the last game of the season.
That would be an outstanding one to go see.
Quarterback going to roll out here near side. Looks like a designed run that never had a chance. Right there, that was possibly just a little bit of the inexperience. He kind of tucked it too early, kind of telegraphed. I mean, sometimes you gotta roll out where you're still in that throwing position to leave them wondering maybe, but he kind of tucked too quick.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I got confused. I do know that both the Mississippi schools play each other, and so do both of the
So 2nd down and 14 now after the loss. On the play, they're stacked some receivers here. Now they're putting 2 guys in motion, and that should be a penalty. They're going to go ahead and call timeout, will Coach Fountain. So why don't we take a quick timeout with them and come back with more football right after this on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is your home for prep sports in the Peach State. After years of working at radio stations in the Statesboro and Warner Robins area, 2 college buddies decided to go out on their own and start up their own sports broadcasting company. Since beginning the Middle Georgia Sports Network just 3 years ago, Kenny Kofer and Brett Taylor have had the pleasure of calling 2 football state championships and 4 basketball state championships. Now moving into 2016, MGSN is proud to partner with the GISA to be their official broadcaster of all their sports state championships. The Middle Georgia Sports Network looks forward to building on their relationship in the future and bring the best streaming sporting events possible. So stay tuned and log on to www.midgasports.net for all of the great action.
Welcome back to the Crampton Bowl here. The minute 13 to go in the 3rd quarter. It's 35-6. Escambia Academy leading First Baptist School of Charleston. The Cougars have the ball. Quick pass out far side to Campbell. Campbell trying to get around the corner. Great job of making a tackle out there in the open field by Chaz Urashima. But a flag is down here on the near side, and we might have another personal foul.
Campbell with a reception. There's a marker on the play.
That's a shame because, again, it's away from the play. It's Antonio Washington and Dustin Dahl out here on the near side. I'm assuming we're mixing it up there during the play. Makes no sense to do that far away from the play.
They're going to call an illegal shift on Escambia County or Academy, and so they're going to take the result of the play, and that'll force a 3rd down and 10.
Yep. So 4-yard gain on the pass reception. Now we're under a minute to go in the 3rd. And Dahl is going to take his time. He's got 15 on the play clock. Under 10 now. I better hurry. 5. He better hurry up and snap the football. 2, 1. Gets it off just in time. Fakes the handoff. Looking to pass. Got a man open. Tipped and incomplete. Good job of dropping back in coverage there by Andrew Murphy. As it tips off his hands. And falls incomplete, and they're going to have to go on and punt the football. So Jackson Bonner will come on to punt it away with 29 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. And they're actually going to bring out, this time, Gary Campbell to punt. They got Bonner out there, I believe, is kind of a blocking back. Campbell gets it away. Beautiful kick. Wow. Spiral takes a roll, and it is going to die right at the 5-yard line. What a punt by Patrick Campbell, or Gary Campbell. I mean, he punted that thing 60 yards. 70 yards? I think it's 65. I mean, that was a booming kick there.
1st down and 10 at the 5.
So 1st down and 10 at the 5. So they're going to bring out the offense here. 15 seconds left to go in the 3rd period. And Burrell will be the quarterback, but they're going to go ahead and take a timeout here before the last few plays possibly of this third quarter. We'll stay here before we go to the fourth. Again, we remind you that after this game will be the nightcap and finale of the SECIS Kickoff Classic with Bessemer Academy, the number one team in the state of Alabama in AISA, taking on Lamar School from Meridian, Mississippi. Bessemer Academy, again, that number one team, they stepped up and took the place of the Edgewood Academy School. And Edgewood, riding a 71-game win streak, but the coach was let go, and a lot of things going on there with that school, and they had to pull out of this situation while they get themselves under control and try to figure out how they're going to put together a football team here in this upcoming season.
Yeah,
but
I think right now, there's a pretty good chance that Escambia Academy is going to make a return deep in the playoffs this season. I think they went 7-4, as you see the handoff there up the middle, gets all the way out to the 14-yard line or 13-yard line. That should be the last play here of the third quarter. But Escambia County trying to get back to a state championship that they had a couple of years ago.
So we'll go ahead and wrap this up in the third quarter. It's 35-6, Escambia leading FBS. You're listening to the 2016 SECIS Kickoff here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Founded in 1985, the Georgia Independent School Association proudly represents nearly 170 accredited private, independent, and parochial schools across the state. From Tallulah Falls to St. Simon's Island, from Columbus to Augusta, our schools serve over 76,000 students every year. Whether parents are interested in smaller class sizes, more individual attention, a religious-based curriculum, or a safe and structured environment, the GISA provides a strong education, which is the foundation for success. To learn more about the GISA and how they can serve your school, visit us online at www.gisaschools.org.
And we're back here at the Crampton Bowl, starting the fourth quarter where it's 35-6. Escambia Academy leading FBS of Charleston. And they have it on 2nd down and 2. Run up the middle. It's going to be close to the first down. I think he needed to get just to the other side of the 15, and he got right to the 15. But I think they might give him the first down. And they will. So 1st down and 10 on the carry. And it will be a running clock here in this fourth quarter. The parking lot is pretty full over there on the other side of Madison Avenue. Big game coming up next.
Should be a great matchup between two heavyweights.
Taking the handoff now. Burrell is going to keep it and step out and throw. Oh, my goodness. What a hit. That, though, unfortunately, I guess you can get that for targeting. But I'll tell you what. A big hit there by Chris Brown. But I'll tell you, the ball was tipped, so you're allowed to hit the player. And it looked to me a shoulder-to-shoulder hit. Yes, he was in a prone position. We'll see if we take a look at it here. So you see Burrell there. At the last second, decides to throw it. Tip, free ball, boom. He put the shoulder into the chest.
Yeah, I would say that I don't think it was necessarily hugely egregious. Let's look at it one more time. Whoops, we got a little too fast there on that one.
A little slow-mo.
A little slow-mo here.
You see him there, tip, so it's free game.
And he kind of led with the arm, not really the helmet per se.
And the player is down. I think that's Andrew Murphy.
And we can watch it again.
I'll tell you what, though, the coaching staff on the other side, that is actually not Andrew Murphy, that is Callum Scott. I'm sure he got the breath knocked out of him. He is up on his feet, though. Yeah, we have yet to see the actual call from the referee there. Scott getting us a tight shot of the discussion with the refs. Football-wise, it was clean.
I think so.
It was clean. There was nothing dirty. He was in a prone position, and you know football as it has evolved over the past couple of years especially has led to, more safe plays here. As you see again, once it's tipped, you're quote-unquote free game. He definitely didn't see it coming, that's for sure. I don't know if the discussion here is possibly about ejection. I hope not. Now, they don't have the benefit of the replay we do, but it was not helmet to helmet. It was shoulder, forearm, to the chest, and he did follow through. Now, the player, again, was in a situation where he was prone, but you only have a split second to make that reaction when you're a football player. I mean, you obviously don't want to injure anybody, but that was a clean, solid shot to the chest area of Callum Scott from Chris Brown. And another discussion here is, obviously, when these type of things happen, if you do get tossed from a football game, you will be suspended the following game. At least that's how it is in the state of Georgia. I don't know how it impacts play here, but nothing there, to me, should warrant a ejection or anything of that unless they deemed a helmet-to-helmet, which we clearly saw did not happen.
Yeah, I don't think, and we can look at it one last time, I don't think it was anywhere close to helmet-to-helmet, but we'll see what the official calls. So it's about to make the call here.
So it is
foul.
Blow to the head is the call on Escambia.
I'm not sure if I don't think they ejected anybody. He didn't make the call that he did.
No, they did not eject him. And that was number 6, not number 3, correct? Or was it number 3?
I could not see.
Might have been Fred Flavors, who is out of the game now, coming over here near side. But, so now the referee's still talking over there. But we were able to see with our replay, like I said, that it was, and the referee, I think, is hearing words from the crowd on the far side, and he is maybe trying to get the coaching staff to calm them down and on this side, as well as they have some police on that side as well, trying to make sure that the fans from First Baptist School are remaining calm. Big hole over the middle now on the run. Pulling over defender out to the 49-yard line is Michael Dukes. Big run, gain of 19. And, I know you're frustrated, know you're upset. The scoreboard, the big hit for the Hurricanes. And that's the best thing you can do right there is just let your football do the talking. And that's what Michael Dukes did. Down under 10 minutes, 9:15. Dukes again getting here near side, trying to get to the corner. He'll go out of bounds at the 43. So he picks up a gain of 8 yards. It'll bring up a second down and 2.
Out of bounds at the 43. Play gained 8 yards, 2nd and 2.
And again, the police over there on the far side trying to calm some of the folks down who were not happy with the play a few moments ago, but it seems like order has been restored, so that's good. 2nd and 2. Rolling far side, being pressured, now throws back. Incomplete, little low for his intended target. Good job of defense over there by by Jace Daniels, who broke it up.
3rd and 2.
Burrow almost seems to throw the football better, moving to his left across his body. Clock continues to run here. Running clock in the fourth quarter. Under 8 now. Shotgun for Burrell. Trips to his right. Bad snap falls into the hands of their running back, Dukes, who runs out of bounds at the 34.
Out of bounds at the 34.
First down and 10 for the Canes on the 9-yard gain.
Yeah, that was a neat little play there as it fell
First down.
right out of the hands of the quarterback into Dukes' hands, and he took care of the rest, picked up the first down, and they're moving the ball quite good right now. The last couple of drives they have, it's just they continue to kind of shoot themselves in the foot, do the Hurricanes.
So Burrell now, quick pass here near side, complete. Breaking the tackle, but a good job of hanging on was Gary Campbell as he held on to the jersey of Santonio Washington, brought him down after a 5-yard gain to reel him in. Down to the 29 now with under 7 on the game clock. I believe they gave us about 45 minutes between the end of the first game and the start of the second last night, so probably the same thing here this evening. Burrow rolling right side, looking to pass, going to throw, and he throws complete. And that's to Dukes. Dukes going to go out of bounds inside the 15, down to the 14-yard line. It's a 15-yard gain and a 1st and 10 inside the red zone for the Hurricanes.
Yeah, good job right there by Burrell and Dukes hooking up yet again, and Dukes seems to be the go-to guy on this drive. He shows the ability to stop and start, allows the defender to go by, and then picks up an extra 3 or 4 yards.
So they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 at the 14.
Under 6 minutes to go here in the game. 35-6 your score. Escambia Academy on top of, First Baptist Charleston.
A little miscommunication there on the route. I think the quarterback was going for the fade back to the back pylon. Receiver cut in, and the pass falls incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Post pattern by the receiver, and the quarterback was thinking fade to the corner, and the ball was thrown out of the back of the end zone.
So here they go again with 3 wide receivers set up here to the near side. One to the top of the screen. Handed off to Dukes. Dukes trips and falls there. I think his quarterback might have stepped on his foot in the exchange, and he went down with no gain. Maybe lost even half a yard on that one. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 11.
3rd and 10.
Either way, this is obviously 4-down territory.
Yeah, and we're creeping under 5 minutes here.
Throws back across his body, and I think the pass was tipped.
His arm got hit, it looked like, from up here. You could almost hear it all the way up here. His arm looked like it got hit, and the ball fluttered away from the receiver.
Yeah, it was good pressure there from Joe Carpenter, the junior linebacker. Came up and put the pressure on Burrell, and now they're in a 4th down and 11 situation are the Hurricanes.
Looks like there's a timeout down on the field.
So we'll take a quick timeout with them with the lead at 29 and 4:15 on the clock here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is your home for prep sports in the Peach State. After years of working at radio stations in the Statesboro and Warner Robins area, 2 college buddies decided to go out on their own and start up their own sports broadcasting company. Since beginning the Middle Georgia Sports Network just 3 years ago, Kenny Kofer and Brett Taylor have had the pleasure of calling 2 football state championships and 4 basketball state championships. Now moving into 2016, MGSN is proud to partner with the GISA to be their official broadcaster of all their sports state championships. The Middle Georgia Sports Network looks forward to building on their relationship in the future and bring the best streaming sporting events possible. So stay tuned and log on to www.midgasports.net for all of the great action.
And we're back here at the Crampton Bowl. 4th down and 11 for the Hurricanes at the Cougar 15-yard line. They trail by 29 points. And they're going to roll near side. Is Burrell going to try to toss it to the corner of the end zone, and it's a touchdown. Michael Dukes catches the 15-yard touchdown from Cameron Burrell. And it's 35-12 with 4 minutes exactly on the game clock.
Or they stopped it.
They stopped the clock after the touchdown. And they're probably going to go for 2 here.
Yeah, that would
make it 35-14.
Make it even?
Yeah.
You know how I am. It's got to be symmetrical.
Got some hijinks down here in the crowd. People putting popcorn in others' hair and all sorts of fun stuff.
Don't you just like that?
Always entertaining.
High school games are always fun. And what a event this has been. Great for all these kids to come out. Big crowd for Escambia. And we're expecting a big crowd for the nightcap as well.
Here they go, going for 2. Throwing. Incomplete. Good defensive play over there by Jabe Daw, the second-string quarterback. Also plays a little bit of cornerback, linebacker, and dove and knocked it away. So the 2-point conversion is no good. And now they'll have to kick it away with 4 minutes left on the clock.
And if Escambia can pick up maybe a couple of first downs and hold on to it, that's probably going to be all she wrote for the game. 35-12 right now. Maybe we might see a close one in this final one. I mean, we expected to see pretty much all 4 games come down to the wire, but we pretty much had anticlimactic games the last, this one and then yesterday. And hopefully that 4th game between Lamar School out of Mississippi, Meridian, Mississippi, and then Bessemer out of Bessemer, Alabama, which is up near Tuscaloosa, I believe. Between Tuscaloosa and Birmingham, Coach Josh Wright with Bessemer Academy, and I believe they went 13-0 last season and won the state championship here in Alabama. So they're obviously probably going to be a heavy favorite this season to repeat. And we'll see what the 4th game holds for us, but we still have 4 minutes left in this contest. And again, Escambia Academy is on top of First Baptist School of Charleston 35-12. And your winners thus far in the SECIS Kickoff Classic was Brookwood over Trinity Burns. It was Madison Ridgeland over Valwood last night in the nightcap. And then right now you have the Escambia Academy Cougars on top in this 3rd of 4 games.
So here comes the kickoff. And it will be a onside kick. Easily fielded by Jamie Welker. Big number 53 got it. And they'll have the football at the 47-yard line. Here to start this drive, it'll be Jabe Dahl remaining in at quarterback for the Cougars, who look on their way to the victory here this evening.
Give the big fella some love here on the...
Yeah, man, watch this here. Go ahead, Brett.
Squib it on down, and the big fella able to come up with it, secure the football, and a good job right there. Taking care of it and keeping possession for the Cougars. Every time I hear Cougar, I think of Top Gun.
So Daw in shotgun here.
Cougar gave up his rings.
He's waiting until the play clock runs down, handoff, spin, and drives across the 50 down to the 49. And a little extracurricular activities going on there.
Yeah, and there's no point in that this late in the game.
Quarterback and defensive tackle getting into it there. I'm not sure what happened.
Got to keep everything clean. Nobody wants any injuries at this point. Probably a little chippy after the play on the wide receiver over there, Column. And you just hoping, both coaches probably hoping their team gets out of here without any further injuries and just move on. As we've talked about, this game's pretty much in hand with 2 minutes and 49 seconds to go. So a personal foul
on First Baptist.
Escambia might have declined it.
I think so. They just want to go ahead and end this thing.
Yeah. That shows pretty good sportsmanship. You understand the heat of the moment, and Coach Fountain down there doing a good job of just chalking it up to that.
Oh, yeah. As we're down to just over 2.5. And they'll continue to let the play clock run down. It's down to 10. Gets it off in 1 second. And they give it off again to Gourmet, and he picks up another 3 yards down to the 47.
Play game 4 yards. Correction, 3 yards.
So it'll be 3rd down and 4.
3rd and 4.
At the 47-yard line, under 2 to go. Now, here in the ball game, and a 23-point lead for the Cougars. I think Bessemer across the way. Looks like they're dressed and ready to go. I formation. Again behind quarterback Daw. Jabe Daw. Gourmet with the handoff. Bouncing off a few defenders, drives ahead, and should have enough for the first down. Down to the 43-yard line.
And that, probably one more play will do it.
Yep, first down. So I'll move the chains there.
5 yards, first down, Escambia Academy.
I'll tell you what, the timekeeper up here kind of looks like Bo Jackson. And this guy could put a hurting on us.
Yeah, he is.
Please do not attempt to go on the playing field.
He's in very good shape.
So restart the play clock, and they did. We're down to 40-something seconds here. Play clock to 15. I think if he runs this under 25 on the game clock, which he should be able to do.
With the play, it should.
Yep. And that will probably be the last play of this game. And I believe it will. So game number 3 is now in the books, just like the first two. Your final score here this evening in game number 3 is the Escambia Academy Cougars 35 and the First Baptist School of Charleston Hurricanes 12. We'll take a quick break, come back with a little bit right after this on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Founded in 1985, the Georgia Independent School Association proudly represents nearly 170 accredited private, independent, and parochial schools across the state. From Tallulah Falls to St. Simon's Island, from Columbus to Augusta, our schools serve over 76,000 students every year. Whether parents are interested in smaller class sizes, more individual attention, a religious-based curriculum, or a safe and structured environment, the GISA provides a strong education, which is the foundation for success. To learn more about the GISA and how they can serve your school, visit us online at www.gisaschools.org.
Yeah, welcome back here to the Crampton Bowl, where your final score here in this one is the Escambia Academy Cougars 35 and the First Baptist School of Charleston Hurricanes 12. And it was a dominating performance for the Cougars, who, even without Chris Brown, a little banged up, still put together a great team effort. Walk out of here with a victory here, 35-12. Next game up is the Lamar School squad out of Meridian, Mississippi, taking on Bessemer Academy out of Bessemer, Alabama. So that's your final here, 35-12 for Scott Josie, Brett Taylor. I'm Kenny Cover. Thanks for listening to game number 3 of the 2016 SECIS Kickoff Classic here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.